So I want to welcome you back to the SWCRC YouTube video series, and we're about to meet two great people who work with Will Evans, our wonderful guest today, and of course Sherry Evans at Go Big Multimedia News. And Will, thank you. Welcome back. It's good to have you again. We appreciate it. So can you take a moment to introduce who our other two guests are today?
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Ron. Part of our all-star staff, and the ones that are very intricate in putting together the Grosse Ile Grand and Riverview Register news magazine. I'd like to welcome and introduce Renee Bergmooser, and she is the marketing manager, and also Cameron Colwell. He is the editor and the assistant to the publishers.
Great. So Cameron and Renee, it's good to have you guys on today.
Nice to be here.
I'm going
Thank
to
you.
hand this over
Sure.
to you,
Good to be
and
here.
good to see you, Cameron. And I've known you guys for probably a few months now. You've been involved in different chamber activities, and Cameron, I was working with you a little bit when you launched the brand new Riverview Register, and you did a great story featuring me in the chamber. So thank you so much for doing that. And of course, we're celebrating the 1-year anniversary of the Grosse Ile Grand, which I know you both have a big part in that too. So you guys do a phenomenal job, and welcome to the show today. So I'm going to ask you, starting with you, Renee, and let's focus on the Riverview Register for a moment. Tell us a little bit about the impact that a business can expect when it comes to advertising and engaging their community when they approach you and they advertise in the Riverview Register.
I'm
What
happy
does
to
look
do
like
that.
for a business?
Sure. I'll tell you that this has been such a refreshing experience for me, Ron, because I came from a daily newspaper which had been bought out by a corporation, which unfortunately that means it takes out the local connection. Those decisions are made in New York as far as what the content's going to be and cost cutting and everything else. So this was attractive to me because this newspaper, the Riverview Register, is a true community newspaper. The people have input as far as Cameron is always available, Will is always available. When I go out and talk to potential advertisers, they know the players in the city. They know who's going to be in the newspaper. They're welcome to give us story leads, so they can have a real input as far as what that news magazine is going to look like for the month. So that's really, really a nice thing for me when I'm selling, to be able to tell these people that this is your paper and we welcome your input.
Yeah, Cameron, can you tell us a little bit about the distribution of the Riverview Register and the Grosse Ile Grand? What community? Obviously, I think we know what communities they go to, but can you talk about the specific numbers and what is the what does that distribution look like, and what kind of impact would a business have if they advertise with those publications?
Sure, Ron. Well, I can't get into specific numbers. We do direct mail the physical publication to every resident, every business, anywhere that there's a mailbox. So every home has it inside at the kitchen table. Every business has it inside on their front counter where the employees can read it or someone can pass in and pick it up. Additionally to that, we do have news rack locations, which vary depending on the publication within the cities. So when you're in Riverview, you can expect to see a Riverview Register news rack when you walk into your favorite Coney Island, or you walk into City Hall, for example. When people advertise with these local publications, they can really expect to be part of the community. That's really what it is. It's participating with the community. It's being involved. It's having your name next to the article that featured that resident. It's supporting, all the articles of the great coverage of the kindergarten roundups, all the different things that the schools do. So that's really what you're getting when you participate and you advertise with these community newspapers. You really are becoming part of the community.
So Renee and Cameron, and actually I'm going to direct this question to Renee. I want to talk a little bit about the different platforms, the media platforms that Go Big Multimedia offers. And of course we're looking at an electronic version here, but can you tell us a little bit about that? What are the different platforms that you offer?
Well, that's one of the things that actually attracted me to come to work at Go Big Multimedia as well, because they've built a formula here that is, you will be successful as an advertiser if you advertise with us because of this formula. I call it a hybrid distribution method. You have the online version, you have the 100% saturation distribution in the communities to every home, every business. You've got the rack locations that are throughout this entire city of Riverview, or if we're talking Grosse Ile Grand, it's Grosse Ile as well as Trenton and Wyandotte. What did I miss? We have our 5 methods: news rack, social media pushes. Will's been really good about if there's an advertiser that has an event or whatever coming out, we'll push that out on social media. So we are engaging with those businesses, and what that's resulted in, the Grosse Ile Grand, after 6 months, 80% of the advertisers that initially signed up a contract to be in, they renewed that contract. And that's unheard of. You don't get that kind of branding in a 6-month period.
That's great.
Any place I've ever worked before. And I'm fully confident that that's because of that hybrid distribution method. So I think he's created a winning product and a winning team.
And Cameron, I'm going to ask you this. As the assistant to the publisher, I'm sure you're involved in a lot of the logistical things, the administrative things. But we're actually looking at an online version of the Riverview Register. Is there a certain website that I could go to view that? And is that the full publication? What does that include?
Sure. So the website for each publication is different. You can find the Riverview Register at riverviewregister.com. Nice and simple. You click on our current edition, and we actually use a program called Issue. And with Issue, you can actually flip through it like you were to hold a physical copy of the magazine. So you click on the tab, and you can pull it up, and you can flip through page by page. It will look just like it looks in physical. You can read all of our great content. You can look at all of our great advertisers. You can essentially have it in your hands. You can do that from your iPad. You can do it from your desktop, your laptop, whatever digital device, your cell phone as well.
What about the Grosse Ile Grand? Is there another website I would need to go to?
The Grosse Ile Grand's website is gi-grandnews.com.
Cameron and Renee, thank you, both of you, so much for joining us today. And thank you again for joining us. We appreciate your time, and we'll see you on the next edition of the Southern Wayne County Regional Chambers YouTube video series. Have a great day.